Oh my gosh, I just got in the car. This song, oh my god. It's so weird that this song comes on right now because I'm about to go get something for lunch and I'm gonna go to Walmart because I ordered some pictures to get our first year album more complete. And because I told you guys, I think like every year that we're married, I'm gonna do a photo album so that way years down the road we have all these albums of all these memories. Well, this song was in the first video that I vlogged, like coming here to Connecticut to be with Izzy. So that is just like really cool that that's playing right now. So it's gonna be a good day. You know, I feel really bad for the countries that don't have Walmart. Like, I'm pretty sure they have like their equivalent, but like I just love Walmart. I don't know, I do. And right now I got my pictures and I'm going to look at like grills, like the kind that you just sit on your stove, because I was like, you know, one day it'd be nice like for us to get like the skewers and make our own kebabs. I know Aziz would like really love that, and I'm craving it. So, and every time we go to a restaurant, the prices for kebabs are like $14-15, which is, you know, absolutely ridiculous. Oh, that's cute. She's pretty. This one looks like Carly, but this one's my favorite. Well, it'll work. You suck.
Reading plan, friend. This Elmo says this goes down the reading plan.
Here's a pot. It's like $40. That's crazy. I wanted like something like this, but with the grill thing. Ew. Like I just saw that sitting there. I was like, that's gross. Oh my goodness. Look at the little... Oh my goodness. I don't care for the red too much, you know. Although this one... Oh yeah, I like that one though. That one's good. I just like boys' clothes better than girls' clothes. I hope I have a boy. It's Christmas. I'm actually looking for lights for mine and Aziz's anniversary. So I want something to put around our window. And so I'm just looking right now. I had also been thinking about getting a Christmas tree, not this year, maybe next year or in a couple of years, like after Christmas, and not for Christmas, but for just the romantic part. Because I always love when it gets cold, turning on the tree, and it's just so romantic. I know, I'm weird. So I feel really bad. I just passed a homeless person in Walmart's parking lot, and they had some kind of sign saying that they were like homeless and hungry. And I feel bad, but you know, and I mean, I love Aziz, and I'm thankful that he's a good husband and he takes care of us. But the job he's at now is not a real job. Like, he can get fired. I know saying he can get fired any second of any day, like any job can do that, but he's like working through this job through an agency, and we haven't found that they have been very stable. So it's really scary, and I mean, we may be homeless and hungry too soon, you know? And I felt bad because I can't help him. Like, I literally have $6 in my wallet, and that I want to get a drink and some lunch, you know? I left the house with $10 today. That was supposed to get me lunch, pictures, and maybe a drink. So, And the only reason I'm going out for lunch today is because all we really have at the house is noodles. And of course Aziz has his fish and his like chicken legs, but I don't eat bone meat. So like last night I did have dinner, but it was only because I drank like the soup part of what he made. So, you know, I haven't had like, you know, a meal, like a real meal, in probably like a week. So I'm really hungry too. And I don't want to be bragging like, oh, well, I have a little bit and it's not enough. I'm not trying to sound like that, but it's just like, it's not enough for me, you know, like if that makes sense. Like, I know I'm not getting the nutrition that I need, you know, and the amount that I need, but everything is just too much money. And we just don't have money to cover everything, so, you know, that's why I go to like the cheap places when I go to eat, you know, and I do what I can. It's really frustrating, and I feel bad for them. But here's the thing, I don't find homeless people here in the spring or summer. I don't. It's always been the winter time, like in this time, when I find people. And I mean, really, it's smart, especially if you're out in the cold and the rain and people are starting to shop for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and you're getting them like vulnerable at a charitable time, you know, like it makes sense. But it's still like, it's hard. I don't want to say anything bad because obviously, I mean, I don't really think bad about it. But at the same time, I know very easily Aziz and I could be in that same situation, you know. And so, I mean, it makes me thankful that we are where we are. And even though we have a little bit, like, we still have something, you know, you understand? But at the same time, it makes me feel bad that I can't help because, I mean, if I had an extra $2, $3, $4, $5, however many dollars, I would have given it to that guy. But I mean, we can't afford it right now. Like, we can't afford it, and it sucks so bad. I don't know if we're gonna be able to pay for rent next month, and that's really, really scary. So, fingers crossed, everybody. It was raining so much harder. You can't tell. Like, on the camera, it just looks like a drizzle, but it's coming down pretty dang hard. Alright, so let me tell you guys, because my phone does not work, I often forget to charge it up and take it with me. Especially, like, if Aziz lets me use his phone, it's all good. If not, you know, I typically don't have my phone with me. Just because, you know, like I said, it doesn't work, so therefore I don't think to, you know, charge it. Well, today I'm doing my running, and I'm constantly looking at the receipts and looking just for the time, just so that I'm not late picking them up. And I'm thinking, I was like, well, I didn't get a receipt from the last place I went to. I don't know what time it is, you know, like, how long am I gonna have to wait to pick them up? Am I late? Am I too early? Should I go home? I don't know. And so I was like, yeah, like, right by his work is a Walgreens, and they have the electric sign. So, like, as I'm driving by, I can see what time it is to determine, you know. I don't think I'll have to go home, because I think that, you know, if anything, I'll have to wait 10 to 20 minutes. But, yeah, so it's kind of funny. That car, like, just came out as I was driving, dipshits. Alright, there was Walgreens, and the sign just said 2:48, so that is actually pretty perfect. I can't believe I timed that out that good. So that's awesome, and it is still pouring down, which you guys can't tell, but it is. So this is pretty cool. I went out of the house with like $10 and like 80 something cents, and I got a really, really good buffet lunch. I'm full right now. I got my like picture order, which was almost $5, and I got my drink, and I'm left with 9 cents. So that's pretty dang good in my opinion. So I'm waiting for Aziz, and let me see if I can, yeah. So the pictures are in here, And when I get home, Aziz and I, we have to take care of some business, and then it's not opening. And I'm gonna work on our book. Now our book would be almost finished, but of course we're gonna have pictures of our first Thanksgiving and our first New Year's together. So after that, it'll be finished. But I'm really, really excited to start our second album, because this year, since it was a smash book, let me put you guys over here. Since it was a smash book, I kind of felt like a lot of the pages, they had their own theme, so I was kind of having to go with the theme, as well as, you know, like I said, like everything was just about our first, or I was trying to go out and do things with him so that I could get pictures for our album. But I think year number 2 is just gonna show more of life, you know, like our life. I think there's gonna be 1 or 2 I don't know, changing factors, I guess. I feel like something's gonna happen in our second year that's gonna make things a little different for us in a good way. And I don't know, it's just gonna be more real. You know, like the first year, you're just getting to know each other, and you know, you're still kind of struggling and everything. The second year, you're like, okay, we made it 1 year, we got this. So I got my pictures here. I'm just gonna look through them, and I will work on them when I get home, and I'll show you guys more of our first year album.